Good morning. How the devil are you doing this fine day? Me? Well, I woke up filled with the joys of spring. I was looking forward to bringing you another great show. I was excited that Hillhead is now just 7 days away, and I had plans to complete the lineup for tomorrow night's pre-show show. And then I received a press release from the Construction Industry Training Board before I came on it, and now my mood is somewhere between rage and despair. Unfortunately, I couldn't shoehorn the press release into the main part of the show because it arrived so late. If you stick around for the after-show chat, I'll tell you precisely what has got my goat this morning. Without further ado, let me post the question of the day, roll the intro, and get this show on the road. Welcome to the Breakfast Show. I'm your host, Mark Anthony. It's Tuesday, the 14th of June, and as that remarkably persistent guy just said, welcome to the Breakfast Show. I am your host, Mark Anthony. In today's show, Volvo is seeking first mover advantage with a hydrogen-fueled ADT. Italmek brings the demolition firepower. We're scraping by in Southern California. And there is mining on an epic scale in China. Plus, we have a double look ahead to the Hillhead 2022 exhibition that starts just 1 week from today. We'll get to all of that in just a second, but first, let's see who among the rich and the shameless will be celebrating a birthday on this day of days. Happy birthday! And it's many happy returns to Argentine revolutionary and a man whose face appears on T-shirts to this day, Che Guevara, and to that orange bloke who took up temporary residence in the White House a few years ago, Donald Trump. Happy birthday also to Jim Lee from Slade, TV presenter Paul O'Grady, gender-bending singer, try saying that without your teeth in, gender-bending singer Boy George, and also to tennis star Steffi Graf. Many happy returns to them, one and all. For most companies, creating an autonomous hauler in the midst of a global pandemic would have been enough, particularly as the machine has the potential to rewrite the material haulage rulebook. Some companies would have produced the world's first machine made entirely from fossil-free steel and then rested on their laurels. Volvo did neither of those things. In fact, rather than sitting back and admiring its handiwork, the company has now started testing the world's first fuel cell articulated hauler prototype, the Volvo HX04. The development of the six-wheel prototype has been largely carried out at Volvo's facility in Brass in Sweden, same location where Gravel Charlie, the world's first articulated hauler, was born way back in 1966. Volvo engineers have therefore given the Volvo HX04 the nickname Electric Charlie. Engineers at the Technology Centre in Eskilstuna, Sweden, where I was a couple of weeks ago, have contributed with software development and knowledge gathered through its fuel cell test lab. While not commercially available, valuable insights from the concept will inevitably inform future production. According to Volvo, the fueling process for hydrogen is fast. The Volvo HX04 is charged with 12 kilograms of hydrogen in around about 7.5 minutes, enabling it to operate for approximately 4 hours. Fuel cells work by combining hydrogen with oxygen, and the resulting chemical reaction produces electricity that powers the machine. In the process, fuel cells also produce heat that can be used for heating the cab. Fuel cells emit only one thing: water vapor. In principle, a fuel cell works much like a battery, except that it generates its own electricity from the hydrogen on board as needed, rather than being charged from an external source. Vehicles with fuel cell electric powertrains have an uptime, range, and fueling time similar to that of combustion engine powered vehicles. Let me get rid of that. Volvo says that while battery electric vehicles and biofuels are commercially available today, commercialization of hydrogen powered machines is expected during the second half of this decade, which means that my hopes for seeing a commercially available hydrogen machine at Bauma this time around look a little bit premature. But keep watching anyway. ever noticed that some nations are particularly good at producing certain types of equipment? Here in the UK, we have a long and proud tradition of producing some of the best site dumpers in the world. The Irish, meanwhile, seem to be particularly adept at producing crushing equipment. But if you're looking for demolition attachments, Italy is a pretty good place to start. That's a terrific film. Many thanks to our buddy Marco for allowing us to share it right here.
Axoft and Svantec are your high-end partners for noise, vibration, dust and air quality systems, sensors and software. To find out more, visit axoft.co.uk or call 01234 639 550.
Now, I know that we normally focus on the actual equipment here on this show, and you can feel free to do so again with our next clip. But while you're checking out the big trucks and the big excavators, take a look at the sheer scale of the mine in which they're working. No idea what the Halloween music was all about, but they say size doesn't matter.
Miller GT Series heralds a new era of unrivaled power and cutting-edge intelligent coupler technology, increasing job site safety, machine versatility, and productivity. It's the added versatility that you need at the value you can afford. To find out more, visit millergroundbreaking.com.
I don't know if it's their novelty value in this day and age, if it's some nostalgia for the past when these machines were far more commonplace, or whether it's just a fascination with the product as a whole. Whatever the reason, you folks seem to love motor scrapers, so I am delighted to share this film with you. Yeah, that film comes all the way from Southern California in the good old USA, where they're still clinging on to the scraper concept, and more power to them, I say. 7 days. It is now just 7 days until Hillhead 2022 is once again open for business. Based upon all that we're hearing, it's going to be a mega show, the biggest in the exhibition's 40-year history. There are going to be new machines, new entrants to the UK market, and there'll be new brands too. There will also be rebrands. And one to watch is a crusher manufacturer that has dropped the Terex name and dropped the white machine livery. And for Finley, the future is bright. The future is orange. Now, while we're on the subject of Hillhead, our roving reporter Peter Haddock, who I believe is still in the chat, visited the site at the end of last week to check on the progress of the show build-up. As you're about to see, Hillhead 2022 is taking shape really quite nicely. Now, don't forget, at 6 p.m. this Wednesday evening, I'll be hosting a special edition of our site equipment show just to whet your appetite for the Hillhead exhibition just a little bit more. That pre-show will feature a huge array of equipment, give you a glimpse behind the scenes at the preparation for the show, and should just generally get your Hillhead juices flowing. And one of the items we're going to feature in that is, while he was up there, Peter Haddock actually took a drive around the site with one of the organisers, Richard Bradbury. Will be bringing you, I think it's about a 10-minute film, so a real good look around the site and some of the investment that the Hillhead organisers have put into that show. So join us at 6 p.m. Tomorrow night for what promises to be, well, nowhere near as big as Hillhead itself, but a pretty good pre-show show.
Sorry to interrupt the guy with the funny glasses, but if you're enjoying this video, please hit the like button as it helps our channel. Or, better still, share this video with a friend or a colleague. Thank you. Right, back to Beardy.
Right, that pretty much wraps up the main part of this morning's show. I'm going to roll the outro in just a second before leaping gazelle-like over into the chat to see what you're all saying today. And I'm also about to vent my spleen about the CITB. If that's your kind of thing, please stick around. If you can't stick around, obviously, please stay safe. Look after yourself, your family, your friends, and your colleagues. Have a great day, and thanks for watching. But if you do have the time to listen to an old git whinging, I'll see you on the other side of this.